Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Weasel, and we're playing her story. We're going to continue to hopefully unravel all the information that has been clumping up in my head. We have a sister that is apparently not her real sister, or maybe she is. Hannah Smith wasn't her real name. There's been a dead body, I assume Simon's, who has been cut, and we're going to figure out and trying to make sense. Let's see more about the body. I want to hear more about that. I think we already looked for that. Twins, always a good thing to look for, always a good keyword, because I really would love to know what's going on with her sister. So
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
What question? So that is important. Is she asking if she was his wife's sister, or maybe even Simon's sister? I mean, at this point, I don't even know.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
Okay, yeah, we get it.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, Florence. Who's Florence in this? We got a few clips. Mother had been expecting one healthy baby, and Florence took her with her?
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead.
Wow.
But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Okay, we're gonna figure out more about the diary, but that is what a twist. So Florence was the midwife of her mother, who had apparently twins, wasn't expecting those. I want to hear the part about the cord around her neck. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. Okay, the midwife told my mother I was dead. Okay, so Florence stole her, whatever her name is. Hannah was the sister that was born. That's what she was lying about. Hannah was not her. I don't know. I still don't know what her name is. I would love to know, but that is quite the twist, actually. I'm still not sure how this ties in with Simon.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me.
Wow, okay, so Florence took the baby home, took her home, raised her across the street. She hid her, so she wasn't, out or anything. So that's what I gathered. And, well, raised her as her own, I guess. That must have been weird to see your sibling across the street and being, kind of locked away. At least that is what I assume happened. It's not 100% clear. We're learning this as we're going along.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand. I guess I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Okay, interesting. Maybe I should look for Biscuit Tin / diary. But yeah, that opened up a whole new level of things. I kind of feel that Hannah married Simon and maybe she took, I don't think she took his place or anything, or her place, but it's really weird right now. I'm really confused. I want to know more, like, tell me more about that Biscuit Tin. No, that's the only thing. Tell me more about a diary. I want to know what she's written in there. Oh, wait. That's an earlier clip.
No, he doesn't keep a diary.
Oh.
That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. It helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Okay, so she had a diary. Good for her, I say.
When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs. It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day and I left. Walked out and across the street.
Ooh, wow. Okay, so across the street is where her sister and her mother was living. So I wonder how that went. I really wonder.
It just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page.
Oh, wow.
We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
Wow, more twisty turns. So she went over, apparently, I really picked the right keyword, and lived with her sister in hiding? Like look for hiding, or hidden, maybe? Something along those lines. What about parents? What about the parents? They must have known, at least, or at least assumed something. Then again, they were apparently really good.
Then my parents died.
When?
It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents.
Who's she trying to be here? Oh, wait a second. Who is she trying to be here? So her parents died, miscarriage at the same year. Let's look for the tattoo. Yeah. Here's the thing. She has a tattoo. She doesn't. Are these even the same people? I do doubt it. I really do. Let's listen what we got here.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos.
I'm not interested in his.
Down here, near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read. a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
Okay, we have some discrepancies here in the statements because we had. Before I'm gonna look for more tattoo. I'm gonna look for glasses. See, here's the thing. We had a statement about his glasses earlier where she said he doesn't always wear them. Now this one said that he always needs them to see properly. He only took it off for the camera. He wasn't wearing glasses when he was found in the body.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Okay, a glass mirror as a present. His throat was cut without the murder weapon ever being found. What happened to the mirror? What happened to it? Okay, I'm really jumping right, going crazy here right now. I do wonder though, why the mirror? Why the mirror? What about this?
Look, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand.
What is on his clothes?
I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. That's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror. And he gave it to me.
He made the mirror, he gave it to me. Okay, so that was... What about that present? Tell me more about the present. There has been a present.
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
Wow, okay, she didn't like the present, but on the other video, she's super happy about it. Like, he made it himself. That's how mirrors are made. That's very conflicting. She clearly says,
What?
I guess I didn't like the present. Oh, there was the mirror. That's odd. What about the present?
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake. Children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
Okay, a big argument about the baby. What baby? I'm a little bit confused about that. Let's keep looking for the present keywords. Yeah, there's the tattoo that I've been talking about.
Back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have one cup.
Wait a second. When did she get that?
About 8 years back.
Okay, 8 years back. Interesting. So what about her? What does she say about the tattoo?
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open.
Whoa!
She'd only meant to scare him off.
Okay. That happened fast. So you're saying your sister killed him with the mirror. I wasn't too wrong with that. Wow. I did not expect that to happen. So she's incriminating her other sister. Who is she, though? It's hard to tell, honestly. There was a weird, like, relationship going on. Let's see. Did I look at all the tattoo videos? Because those were quite... Yeah, let's keep looking for those to get a little bit of a more clearer shot.
My tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
I got it to express my individuality. The other one said I got it as a birthday present to me like 8 years ago. It doesn't even say much about that. So, I mean, they both apparently have tattoos. That's good to know. But they talk about it quite differently. This is super interesting because you get quite these confusing statements because, you know, they're like seem like they have multiple personalities, or just they're like first they're lying and they're changing their mind, and, you know, then they want a lawyer, yada yada yada. Well, if we have two people that we're talking to, if that is the actual thing that's happening here, then yeah, of course this gets confusing. Okay, let's listen to her.
So I moved out. Got a small bed set. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings.
Wait, what?
So I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
I don't exist. Okay, this is kind of weird. Really weird.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness.
Man.
He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
Wow, okay, so I think I'm starting to get a idea, or at least some sort of an idea about what might have happened. So she moved in with her little sister at 8 or something. She just walked across the street and they've been having, you know, hidden lives. Eventually, it was about getting pregnant. Some things went wrong, I don't know. They were pretending, they were both kind of married to Simon, but Simon didn't know. Simon was not aware of that. And eventually she moved out. So I guess Hannah was living alone with Simon again. And Simon eventually saw, well, other name's sister. I don't know what her name is. I really want to know what her name is. I can't figure out her other name. What's your real name? Something along those lines. Oh, that's a question. My real name. I looked for that already. I'm just trying again, grasping at straws. So, from what I can figure out with these clips, then he met her afterwards, and they started, I assume, to have an affair. Like, how do you not, like, talk to your wife about this, that you met someone who, like, looks exactly like your wife? I mean, even if, you know, that would raise some eyebrows with me. Anyway, so apparently he had an affair. That's what I'm looking for. Yep, we got something here. With her sister, but they used to be...
An affair?
I'm confused.
Simon wasn't having an affair.
Haha, I think you are the one sister.
You're reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
What? Okay, that's grasping. Interesting. So we got someone who is pregnant. I still gotta figure out who... So... I don't know who is still out there and is pregnant or not.
She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him.
So he
I
had an
wasn't
affair.
even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Well, we kind of figured out that someone slit his throat. I'm just not entirely sure who of you two did that. I mean, the mirror. I mean, that was the big thing. Wait, are those more clips now? Are these new? Oh, 11 entries found. Access limit to the first 5 entries. So we're getting more. Okay. Tell me more about the mirror.
Mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
Okay, so she doesn't know where it is. What about you? I'm trying to figure out what color
Sorry?
is whom.
No. He normally solves them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
She likes to look at her own reflection. Well, that's great. So this seems to be a fake. There's a fake mirror, which would make sense. Let's see if I can find something else. Mirror. Limits to the first 5. Anything I can change about that? Mirror. Fake. Or just fake. Maybe something along that. So it's a replica. No, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna find anything with that. But glass shard, glass in general. That's I guess a good one. Oh, there we got another one.
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Oh, had enough coffee for today. Let's talk about coffee. This is gonna be interesting. All right. So we got dark blue. I personally, this is gonna be hard. We got this interview. I think this is the first one.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Haha. Look, someone who wants coffee. I'm trying to figure this out a little bit here. She wants coffee on the 18th of June. And later she says she can't because she has a baby. She has to give that up. Let's see what she says about it.
Yes.
She would like coffee.
I got to Glasgow, I was...
Wait, oh no, never mind. That wasn't a question about would you like a coffee. Wait, what did she say again? Let me have a quick look.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Ah, you're so cute. Coffee, no sugar. Coffee black. Interesting. That could lead somewhere. All right, what are you saying?
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back.
Okay, so she bought a coffee. I assume. Wait. Oh yeah, she was someone was sleeping in her car. Apparently, she woke up, got a coffee, and then tried to call Simon. So she bought a coffee on, when was that? That must have been shortly after he was miss thing. I have another one about coffee here.
About 8 years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
Okay, so she wants coffee. That's also fine. So they all drink coffee. We got that, but it's a little bit odd.
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Okay, so she had enough coffee. Wait. She had enough coffee. Oh, another one. Right. She had enough coffee. She said about the baby. I'm really confused about the coffee situation here.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Ha! Ha! I got you, liar. Milk, coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar. 1 day after. 1 day after. You are a different one, lady. You are not the same person. I'm going to have to figure this out. Anyway, this has been really a revelating episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're gonna have to delve deeper, figure out who's who. Who's with me? I hope you are. I'm Weasel. I'm out, and I hope to see you around. And don't forget to hit that like button. Bye-bye.